So we're on location today in Montgomery at Common Bond Brewers. Super excited because this is one of my favorite beers. You can ask my wife. This is my
He's
go-to.
been saying it for a
Well,
while.
danke, Shane. I appreciate it. Yes.
And I
many
want to
beer
introduce
cheers.
you as Andrew McNally.
Correct. Yes.
And tell us a little bit about yourself, and
Well,
then
yes.
we'll get into the details of this.
Andrew McNally, owner, founder, brewer of Common Bond Brewers, Montgomery's craft brewery, production brewery here.
It's the only one, too, isn't it?
We had there's another great little brew pub that's a couple blocks away. That's
Okay.
I learned from. Like I started cutting my teeth on brewing on the big scale, called Rail Yard. They're in a Dreamland thing, but yeah, But we are that production brewery that you come and it's like the whole experience that you just
Yes.
did. It's manufacturing, but you have this wonderful little tap room off the side that get to taste what's made on site.
It
So-
tastes excellent. We got the bourbon barrel stout.
Exactly. Yeah, our once a year
Okay, good. Came at the
barrel
right time.
aged. Yeah. So
And what did I get? Colin?
you got the single bond. I'm
Single
sharing
bond,
the same.
okay.
Yes, our American style IPA, 7.7. It is basically what I, lack of a better term, grew up on.
Okay.
Type of IPAs back when I say grew up on when I was 21 and older. when I was getting in the craft beer journey was craft beer. So the High Lies, the 90 Minutes, the Dogfish styles. Those are the ones that I've sort of crafted this after. Yes.
And I'm going to say that y'all do IPAs as well or better than anybody else I know. And I'm not just trying to, but I really do. I've never had an IPA that y'all do. It's got great flavor. The aroma, it's
Thank
all
you.
there.
Multiple things, but one thing you're going to learn from all of the beers that we have is, as the brewer, I'm always trying to figure out that perfect balance of different flavors. Whether it's hops, whether it's malts, whether it's yeast, whether it's the water, I'm always trying to balance those and create those distinct flavors. So yeah, that's just what we do here.
Sounds like a fun job.
And your background is actually in chemistry,
In
right?
chemistry, yes, I'm a chemistry major from Clemson. Yeah, go Tigers. But I took it into a more medical field approach for my graduate degree, and then once I did that whole thing, which if you want to talk about later, and retired from that, brewing was my next passion that I got because of that mindset that I already had from chemistry. Just took over, and then here we are.
Does it still feel like a hobby? Or does it feel more a job now that you're in the owner and having to do all that stuff?
You came on a good day, so yes, it does feel like a hobby
Today's a good
because I was just in the back. We're going over some of our new R&D, small batch, limited edition runs, and that's where it feels like a hobby.
Yeah.
When you got to talk about bottom line numbers
Yeah,
and
ins and outs of everything.
that's where I'm like, oh, great. Chemistry did not prepare me for this whole business operation stuff. So.
We both know that owning businesses ourselves, so
Right.
you have your fun
Well,
days and your days you're like,
All right, well, with jalapenos and a music store, I mean,
we know.
Yeah.
when are your fun days?
You're trying out new drinks, new cocktails.
Yeah, new products coming out.
Everything's flowing good.
Right.
You
And then,
get your bad days when stuff's out of stock, people don't show up,
yes,
people aren't coming in, all that fun
Management.
stuff. Yeah,
management.
there you go. We know all about that.
So, all right, well, hopefully today's a fun day. Yeah. This should be all the fun stuff. So,
So how'd you come up with Common Bond? Where does that come from?
well, it came from, there's the chemistry component behind it. When I was, taking grain to glass and learning all the chemical bonds that were made and changed through that. But with my business partner, me and him pretty much met over beer. And then I started to think about a lot of my friends, some of the even strangers that I've met were over a beer. Some of the most amazing, interesting people. And I started thinking, I was like, the common bond that brought us to that table, or that bar, or that space in time was a good beer.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that sort of plays off of each other. It's like, yeah. So that's why our hashtag is just share a common bond. So whether it's share a beer with somebody or share that connection.
Yeah, yeah.
Because gosh darn, I feel like there's in this world now there's too much of like, oh, what polarizes us, or what we have different, which we all do because we're all people.
I
Everybody.
used to talk about football. Like
Yeah.
Clemson fan, Alabama fans, we're not like, no, we're not going to do this podcast. We're leaving.
But we all
Like,
love football.
Oh yeah, then we went the fisticuffs would come out. I'm sure.
we all
yeah.
like beer, so
Correct.
That's a common bond.
So why don't we focus on that part,
yeah, for
where we
sure.
all like good beer, and then we can talk about it and still look at each other in the eye and be like, they're still good human beings.
Yeah,
even
they're
though
still
I
all right.
disagree with that stuff. But yeah, so my business partner, that's how we met, over good beer, and so we just sort of found that overlay with the chemistry department, and then with this, and
It's kind of funny. We went to Dread River last week in Birmingham, and we were talking because they're Auburn graduates. And I was like, kind of same conversation. I was like, yeah, we're sitting here with a couple of Barners having fun. He was like, I don't know what that means. You know what it means.
yeah, and I'll tell you. So I listened to that one after
Okay.
talking to you.
Yeah.
Very good episode.
Thank you.
So if you guys go back, tell Dugas that I worked with him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
He wasn't there.
He wasn't there yet.
Yes,
That's the partner, right?
right.
Okay.
He's the orthopedic surgeon.
Yeah,
partner,
yeah.
So yeah. So to go back to what I alluded to before, yeah. So I was a physical therapist.
Okay.
That's what I took my science degree into, and then took it into sports medicine, and then had the wonderful chance to work with Dugas with Troy University.
Okay, awesome.
And the athletes there.
Tell him
So,
that.
yeah.
We'll be back there a bunch.
Yeah.
I'll tell him.
They make great stuff.
They do.
Yeah.
We're going this Sunday, we're going down to Bowlage, Alabama, to Bama Shines. It's a moonshine distillery.
Where is that?
It's like an hour south of Tuscaloosa in the woods.
It's in the woods.
So way west Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
legal moonshine. He's got a whole
Oh, yeah.
operation. And we're taking a juice man from Dread River, Josh, their head distiller. He's coming down with us.
Oh yeah. What did you say? He calls himself the Juice or
Yeah, juice man.
the Juice Man? That's right. Yes. That's it. Yes.
But
That's right.
but nobody else calls him that until now.
That was just
Until that day, wasn't it? That
Yeah, we
came
call
up.
this stuff now.
Right. Okay.
So you do all the actual brewing and all that? Or you got a team that works with you?
It's me and one other fella.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the two of us. Yes. So yeah, I'm head brewer. He's the other brewer.
Yeah.
He's been a godsend to here. So he came from California, and he worked at a place called Fieldworks Brewery. So the reason I feel like why you like our IPA so much is West Coast IPAs at Fieldwork in Berkeley, California, is what they did.
Okay.
I mean, they were West Coast IPAs all the time. So he came here, and then we started a collaboration with. Now I know you guys are Bama guys, and we're going to continue this year. But Auburn played Cal last year, but out there, and we made a Tigers and Bears West Coast IPA collab with Fieldwork.
cool.
Oh, that's
We're going to do it again this year when they come here. In fact, the team stays across the street.
Okay.
But his knowledge and expertise with IPAs, working out in California, has hopefully taken ours to the next level. So he's been a godsend. Matt Evans is his name. But yeah, it's the two of us. We do all the manual labor back there.
I mean, even like that common bond, like we're Bama fans, but if we came here and you're like, hey, this is some new collab, like we would try it.
Oh, definitely.
Wouldn't be like, no, I know how some way, no, I ain't trying to
Well,
do
this
like,
year's iteration, we'll have to make sure we get you a 6-pack of it.
Yeah, for sure. I'd love to try it.
So West Coast style with, so it's going to be light, clear, but then flavorful. So it's going to have Strata, Idaho 7, and Mosaic hops in there.
Awesome.
So-
That sounds beautiful.
Yeah. It does sound good.
And I think it should come in the same around 6.2%. So nothing too crazy, but yeah.
You'll have some crazy high ABVs.
We do, yes. So our double IPA, Gumtown Funk, which is our double. Once again, that one was sort of based off of like what I like as a double. Enjoy by Stone. I don't know if you guys, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I still to this day, when the Enjoy Buys come out, I make sure I always get
Yeah.
a sixer of it just to see. But yeah, so that was based off of that, where you have that really high malt content, but man, is it complemented by this beautiful aroma and taste profile. So
Stone makes some really good brews.
yes, OGs.
Yeah.
OGs from the craft beer. We can be anything like Stone, we here at Common Bond, yeah. Greatly, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a dream come true.
So working towards it for sure.
It is a process. And dare I say, take pride in the process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To quote your gentleman,
Yeah.
why he's the GOAT. Yes, take pride in the process.
That's it. As you can tell, this is a really good one.
Hey, well, do we need a refill?
I might try a different one. I don't know which one,
Hey,
but
exactly. Hey,
try-
expand the
Try
palate.
a new one. I agree.
And that means even if you're doing the same business, beer or, Mexican restaurant or a
Whatever it
music
is.
store,
Yeah.
that's just how you do it.
Yeah, just helping each other out. Unless they're direct competition, then a little different, but still.
Not really, though. Direct competition is these big conglomerates that
really
try to
is,
control
yeah.
all that stuff. So, whatever.
Just like I said with the tequila, like if you want to buy it, you got to figure out how to sell it and market the customers
Sure.
better than
Right.
I'm doing. So that's up to you.
Right. But to me, the beauty of that comes out wonderful creations
Yeah.
that you do, that they do. Like, hopefully, the same thing with beer. It's like, look, yeah, we both make a blonde ale, but how's yours different? How you market it, how you make it. How
Did you get a medal for yours?
That's true.
Do
Do we still hold them out for ours? But yes, until they come up with the competition, I'm just gonna be like, we're waiting.
That's true.
So you opened in 2018. And then COVID hits in, what,
February
2019?
2020, yeah, February, March 2020.
How was that here, and what did that look like? the tap room and all that.
So we went from, startup, incrementally, like, okay, learning things on job, on the job training, to being what our main revenue source, because we didn't start distributing until 6 months before that. So that was another sort of layer of, so we had been taproom only for 18 months. And then we just signed a distribution deal for, a certain area of Alabama. And then that all got shut down. So as a brewer and owner trying to ramp up and trying to figure out how to do, it was that we had, at that
You had
point.
invested a lot of money, I'm sure, to get it to that level.
Correct, which is, a lot of people do.
Yeah.
So it's not like I did experience something that a lot of other people did, but, it's, we had employees too, that we went down to me and one other employee, just to cover what we could do, which was to-go beers, so growlers and crowlers. We didn't even have cans at the time. And we would sit and wait for the phone to ring, to see if someone just wanted to pick up something for home and meet them out in our little parking lot and stuff like that. So, we lost a lot of really good employees. We had to scale back on our production, projections a lot and just sort of survive. That was it. But since then, we've grown with some really great employees, and now that we're opened up and bars and restaurants have opened up after that, our distribution, like I said, from Muscle Shoals to Mobile. So now it's basically like we are 2 years behind where we thought we would be. But those 2 years sucked.
No, yeah, for sure, for everybody.
Yes, exactly. So
You survived it at least.
we did, but so hopefully those other people and the ones that didn't survive, trust me, you have a good idea. I'm sure you had a great product. Don't give up.
Yeah.
That's true.
So it's
It takes some failure sometimes to really be successful.
correct. Was it Churchill that says that failure is not final?
I think so.
So it's
I'll drink to that. I'll drink
Him or
to
Michael Jordan, one of them.
We'll keep our noses in there and say it was Churchill. Yeah.
So your accent, it's South Alabama? Is it Opelika?
Or dare I say lack thereof.
Exactly.
Sorry to.
So you're not from the South.
Not originally. Before, I dropped that bomb. I would say I was at least smart enough that once I left high school to be Southern educated and never go back. But yes, I'm originally from the North, Delaware. And here's the good part about it is I grew up 10 miles away from a small brewery at the time called Dogfish Head in Milton, Delaware. I'm from Milford, Delaware, which is right down the road. and met Sam Calagione, knew his wife, and my older sister went with his wife, Mariah. Well, we knew them before all of that. So the Drapers. So learning from him, Dogfish Head, was like innate to me. And what he did for Southern Delaware and created, because it wasn't until I went to Clemson University, there you go, shout out to my Southern education, that people started talking about Dogfish Head. And I was like, what, that little place that I just grew up in? I was like, oh, yeah, normal. And they were proud of it, made me more proud of it.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, well, yeah, that's where I'm from. Yeah. That made me want to do this and make Montgomery proud of, oh, well, that's where I'm from, and that's my beer, and stuff like that. So yes, there was my lack of accent. I am from Delaware, but yes, was smart enough to go to school in the South.
There you go.
And never go home. So.
Well, you're our, let's see, second brewer on the show, but our first on location at a brewery.
Yeah.
Oh, who was the first?
Bo Hicks from Druid City.
Druid City.
Mm-hmm.
Local
Hey,
hero.
Bo.
Bo is a
Hey, Bo.
local legend.
Yes.
I mean, he is a
I
character.
don't think we talked about beer.
I don't think we did. We talked about a lot of other stuff.
Okay.
A lot of it off camera that we couldn't post.
Hey, you guys are driving this careening van off the cliff. You tell us where we're going.
Basically. Yeah, so you're first on location. We gave us a beautiful tour.
Mhm. Thanks. Like I said, it was pretty quick.
Awesome. Oh, it was great. It was awesome.
So what was this building before?
So I'll take you all the way back. This used to be, now the lot where we're sitting right now used to be the carriage house for the horse-drawn carriages and mule-drawn carriages for downtown Montgomery.
Oh, wow.
And then, as a lot of people might know the history, the Lightning Line, the first electric car system in a metropolitan area, was here in Montgomery. The Lightning Line put those horses and mules out of business. But this is where their stable house was. Now, I did talk to a local historian, so he could, because when we were renovating this and we had to fix, where the sewer tied in and stuff like that, so we had to dig down, and we were finding old horseshoes and liniment bottles and stuff like that. I said, is that true? I just wanted him to verify that story. So, yes, this was the lot, but there was a fire in the late 20s, early 30s for this lot. And if you look up and you see these rafters weren't, these iron rafters, when I first walked into, and this was a dilapidated building, and the curved wood ceiling, and I'm like, I feel like I'm in a barrel. I was like, this has to be a brewery, because you're like, you feel like you're inside a
I can see the
barrel.
arch on it. Yeah.
But those iron rafters, those arch iron rafters weren't made till like the 40s or late 30s. So there was a fire here.
I thought you were going to say they got melted in the fire and made it into a barrel.
And then when they rebuilt that building, they put those new rafters in that you see. But this is the lot that, yes, the horse-drawn carriages for downtown used to be housed on.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
So before the Lightning Line, which is, we're known for that as well. It's the first electric car metro system in the United States.
Pretty cool. Should make like a really, really cheap beer and just call it like horse shit beer. Give some ode to the history.
Or something like an oat beer or something. Yeah, like feed bag.
Horse feed.
So, but yeah, so that's really, and it had changed hands a couple times, but the last thing it was a machine shop. Okay. And apparently that guy called Lowe's, he could fix anything from a tractor to a lawnmower. And that's what it was. But then I think it spent a decade or so just empty. And then I walked in, I was like, this is a brewery.
Oh, you did a beautiful job with it for sure.
So
Lovely. I love the atmosphere and just how he set it all up.
We wanted to keep that sort of old but industrial
Yeah,
vibe
for sure.
to it.
I love it.
So a lot of exposed brick, like I said, the rafters. You can see where we had to replace a lot of the wood and try to distress it to make it look.
Right.
Yeah.
You get a couple beers, you don't notice a difference.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Have a couple more beers. Yeah, we're good to
It
go.
only looks the same. Yeah,
So,
it is a really cool location.
well, thanks. Yeah, and then we always wanted to tie into that Montgomery history as well. And once again, it's all overlaps on each other. It's really,
For sure. You got any like unique stuff coming down the pipeline? I know you had the Girl Scout cookie
Right, we have Girl Scout cookies coming up this Saturday, and we have a new beer release, which is another sour. It's come out before. It's called Cherry's Jubileo, but it's a Cherry's white chocolate sour. So you get all that tart cherry, but on the back end, kind of that chocolatey, perfect for February, which is coming Valentine's Day-ish, stuff like that. So, also going back to our West Coast brewer that works here as well. He's coming up with a new West Coast IPA.
Nice.
So that'll be coming out later in the spring. We have a Mexican lager that's coming out with a hint of lime.
Nice.
So, exactly for any of those folks that love their corn tortillas with this squirt of lime. We use flake corn in it, so you get that little sweetness. But it's a lager, so it's dry, and then you have that little bit of acidity of that lime with it as well. So, I mean, less than 5% alcohol, so it's crushable many times
Great for
over.
the summer.
When's that one rounded up?
So we'll have that end of April, beginning of May.
Okay.
So yes, all you Cinco de Mayo fans out there, yes,
Might get with you.
yeah,
Whoever the distributor is for you. Like,
yeah.
who do you go through for that?
So we do Alabama Crown
Okay. Cool. Yeah,
throughout the whole
okay, cool. Yeah, we bought
whole
through them.
state. Yeah,
That's right. We got Evan hooked us up with.
Yeah.
That's right.
yeah. Oh yeah, he's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
He's
yeah,
been
yeah.
on the show a couple times.
Yeah. So we have that coming out. We have a double dry hopped hazy called Nebula Cluster. So it's
Speaking my language.
with Citra and Galaxy hops. We added at High Krausen to get that biotransformation, and then at Cold Drops, the second dry hop of the same, to get that just straight aromatic of those two. But that one's coming in at 8%.
Oh, nice.
So it's going to be,
jam right
yes, it's going to be hazy, murky, but like juice bomby, everything. So,
Dang. That
so
sounds great.
those are the ones that, and then, we got a whole production schedule for the whole
Okay,
year. Yeah. The one I'm really excited about is Slight Variation off a single bond. It's going to be coming out more November, Christmas time. We're going to do a cedar tip or spruce tip IPA. So you've got all that IPA-ness, but you're going to have that sort of warmth, sort of piney, it's Christmas time coming, You want that sort of fir tree sort of thing. So that'll be coming around at the end of November, December. Just so you know. So, yeah, in the IPA realm again, so.
That's his wheelhouse.
So,
Yeah.
I have to get up with Jill from Alabama Crown. Because Evan moved to Birmingham now, so
why do they do that?
I know.
Why?
he got a promotion, so I can't blame
But
him.
so
They did.
congrats, but Alabama Crown.
Jill's great.
Jill's done good, so I'll have to get with her. Maybe
All
get
right.
some of the Mexican
All
lager.
right, well, yes, you need come on to next time I'm up. Let me meet her.
Yeah.
and let's go from there. So
sure.
She's great.
yeah,
Like I said, we're expanding our downtown location. Should open beginning of April, maybe. So maybe when that releases, we can throw some of it downtown.
heck yeah.
Because you're basically doubling the size of
Yeah,
your.
sure.
Yeah.
I've tried all kind of craft beers at all my restaurants. It never picks up good.
Well, why? Explain. What do you think?
I don't
Why?
really don't know. People come in like, hey, try this beer. It's amazing. Give me, Bud Light or give me a margarita or a shot of tequila.
All right.
Or Mexican beer, I'm sure.
Mexican-
Corona or
even the
Sol.
Stone, the Buena Vesa. Is there like salt and lime lager?
Right.
Couldn't sell it good. I don't know. I promoted it. I put it at a special.
Is it a price point thing?
No, I put it cheaper than Modelo and everything else.
Still.
Just people
Huh.
don't like change. They
Well,
want-
I
they want
mean-
they want a
There's some
Corona,
people that don't.
Modelo.
What's the old
margarita.
adage? The only people that like change are babies in a wet diaper. Change is hard.
Yeah, it is. But I'll.
But don't be a baby in a wet diaper.
Yeah,
Let's go.
exactly.
It's okay. Try something new.
I can try. So I'll
Yeah.
try Common Bond next. Maybe that's the one that hits.
All right. Well, yeah, we're still thinking about a name, but yeah, we have that Mexican lager with a hint of lime. So think of, for the people that don't like change, think about a Bud Light lime,
Yeah.
but with a little bit of that corn, maybe a little bit extra layer of flavor to it.
Yeah, definitely.
So when you get that street taco with a corn tortilla, it all complements.
All
It doubles
goes- all
down.
goes
on it.
together.
Heck yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Heck yeah. So light, crisp, easy, but with flavor. Yeah, we'll get it done.
I'm excited to try that one out.
So no, you're making me feel bad. I need to come up to Tuscaloosa more and just hang out with you guys.
Me too. Like, there's a lot of places that have craft beer, like Lusa Brews. That's where we got some of yours last
Yeah.
night.
Yeah, Lusa, we love Lusa.
Yeah.
So I think
Yes.
if you're like, I want to go drink craft, I'm gonna go to Lusa. I'm gonna go to Jack Brown's. I'm gonna go to Jalapenos. I want a margarita
That's true.
or I want a Modelo.
Okay,
So, I mean, I can see that. Like, I'm gonna go next door to Jack Brown's to get a Common Bond and a burger.
right.
I'm gonna come to my place, get tacos and a Modelo. Like,
I'll
hard
get
to
a
break
common bonded jalapeno.
I
That's
know
what I
you,
get.
you'll drink anything. I know you will.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
You will. You're drinking all my Buena Vistas.
Yeah, that's a good way if no one else is. Heck yeah, man.
Or
About
the,
that price he's saying, drop it down.
No, it's
I'm coming up for that.
Yeah.
I tried it on draft. Wasn't a hit.
Really?
All right. Hey, sometimes when you're the first going through a brick wall, yeah, you get bloody, but we're here to help you.
Hey, I
push through
keep
that.
trying. I don't care.
Yeah.
If it doesn't sell, I just take it home.
Okay.
It's win-win.
It never gets wasted.
Or Matt drinks it all.
So, well, I'm glad because next time I come up, like I said, I think the last time I was up, it was at Lucid Brews. Once again, shout out because they always support us. Appreciate them.
Chad, great guy.
I'll make sure I stop by.
Need to, yeah.
Yeah, because I did like bingo night at theirs. But
Okay, yeah. And we're just, they're Lucis here. We're just right around the
Yeah.
corner, right next to Jack Brown's, which I'm sure they have all your.
they do as well.
Tons of
Yeah,
beers.
World of Beer has like one, and yeah,
Really? That's it?
that's it.
They're not really World of Beer.
Really aren't.
Jack Brown's probably has more.
So yeah, definitely. Heck yeah.
Like Boozy Spirits has one, that 6-pack of the Orbital.
Yeah. Orbital Cloud.
We had that last night.
That is our number one selling IPA.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's great. I mean, this
Yeah, it was good, but this one's better. Gumptown.
yeah.
All right. Well, do you want to know how? I mean, you want behind the curtains?
I
with
would
that?
love,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
All right. So what we do is, and this is a question I have for White Labs too, because we're a White Labs yeast brewery. That's what we do. But we, as most other breweries, we harvest, we reuse, we do our yeast count, science stuff with the yeast. So it is, like I said, it was supposed to be based off of our how can we best go for like Stones Enjoy By. So it's not brewed constantly.
Yeah.
It's brewed basically twice a year. And then what we do is we harvest off of our yeast that we use for Orbital Cloud. We do a count on it. But the thing is, when you look at the count, it's hard to tell what the different type of yeast are. So I know that White Lab sells what we use as a cocktail yeast, which means they use different strands and it does create the haziness, but nothing too crazy, but with the ability to drop the gravity down, the Plato down, what we need to. But something happens when you use the second generation and third generation. And from that, what we learned is we get less of the haziness and more of the strength of like a California ale yeast, but you still get the wonderful aroma qualities that happens. So we always use a second generation of our Orbital Cloud yeast to sort of like enhance the fruitiness or fruit quality of it, but it has enough strength to drop it down to the higher ABV or keep it up to the higher ABV, but it doesn't remain hazy, as you can see.
Yeah, it's all really clear.
Super clear, yeah.
So that's why I was like, okay, this is more like an enjoy by.
Yeah.
So once again, there's that whole science thing behind it
All of
and stuff like that
Hold it up. See, it's
we're
clear.
Yes,
That's crazy.
Taste it.
No.
we got more where that came from. So,
That's-
no
that's
worries,
really
no
good.
worries.
I can tell you, we'll leave with some today.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. Yeah, but that's like, and learning out to some of the OGs here in Alabama, like good people. Man, when I first moved here, snake handler, I still love it. In fact, when they came out with the stovepipes,
That's what, yeah.
I was like, I got to get that.
We heard about that last night. The
Yeah.
stovepipe.
I have to get those tall boys of those. But at the same time, it's like, look, if we can do like twice a year a high gravity IPA like they used to do with, yeah, heck yeah, we're just following. We appreciate them forging the path.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's good.
I love a good stout.
But yeah, I mean that's
So what's your favorite?
well. Hey,
And I'm not saying beer, but your favorite style of beer.
well,
Are you an IPA guy?
all of our children here are
Right.
wonderful. How can you pick just one? They all have their great, things that they do. But as a craft beer drinker, consumer, what I loved and we have up here, which I don't see very often, is Belgian Trappist styles. So yes, I am a Belgian Trappist lover. I will drink singles, doubles, triples, and quads all day long.
So what is different
Well, maybe not
about that?
quads all day long because
I don't know what a quad is, but I like it.
there's something that, and as what we have here with our Saint Amans Belgian Blonde, which is for the patron saint of barkeeps, and our triple up there. There's something about if you're able to balance, we sort of alluded to it, all of those things together, your water, your malt, your hops, your yeast. And that yeast is its own, like I said, it's its own thing. We make wort as brewers. But then if you're in sort of like this sort of symbiotic relationship with your yeast, they create this other wonderful flavor profiles. And I don't mean to get too whatever crazy, but when you get that, you create a great beer. You get all these phenolics that are just right. You get these bubblegum, you get these clove, banana flavors that are all in perfect balance. There's a little bit of hop there, but there's a little bit of malt. It's so, and the reason why is because monks have been writing it down for centuries. And it's, you know, it's what people drink instead of water. So, but yes, I'm a big Belgian Trappist style fan.
I've never heard of that or tried that before.
Oh, you should. Well, heck, your next beer should be either our
I
triple
think that's
or,
mine too.
or our Saint Amans Belgian Blonde. And hopefully you get all those sort of like complexity layers of flavor, which is just sort of that brewer yeast symbiotic relationship.
Awesome. Sounds amazing.
So, yeah.
Well, everything I tried so far is absolutely fantastic. And I'm not really a craft beer guy. Matt's been getting me into it. I'm more of a bourbon tequila drinker. Slowly getting into some beer.
Whoa. Okay. Question for you.
What you got?
What is then, all right, what started you then on the craft beer journey? Okay, yes. You.
Even in
A
college,
person,
I didn't-
but he is not a beer.
I'm not.
What beer did
see.
he give you that you're like, oh,
I don't know. You remember?
sort of was like a click?
I don't know.
I don't remember which one.
Because in college, I always drank cocktails. I never drank beer. All my buddies get the penny pitchers, and I'd go broke
sure.
drinking, you know, not cosmopolitan.
It was an IPA, I know.
So right then you were already chasing better flavor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think which one it was. I really don't remember. I think it was a Aslan sour beer, one of theirs.
Okay.
Because they're kind of outside of the box, a little different. It's not beer.
But a sour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have that tart
yeah.
acidicness, and then however they flavor it with that. Okay.
Then I think they have a triple IPA watermelon,
Okay.
which is actually my wife's favorite beer, and she hates beer, and she loves that one.
See, and that's
It is
something I always
weird.
tell people that say they come in here or I meet, and they're like, oh, I'm not a beer drinker. I was like, you just haven't met the right
Yeah.
beer yet.
Then
That's
like,
right.
But
And
the
there's a
first one
perfect-
had the bourbon barrel.
Right.
I love that one.
Yeah.
I love that one too.
So,
I'm
yeah.
kind of growing my beer palate.
All right, well, how can we help you continue your,
I don't know, just
On your trek,
whatever you
journey.
said earlier. Whatever beer you
oh,
said
the
earlier.
Belgians?
Yes.
And you haven't tried them yet?
I'm sure
Okay.
I've tried a Belgian, but whatever words you said earlier.
The Belgian Trappist style,
the monk
yes.
beer.
Correct. Because there are
Well-
other...
What would that be like in a corporate beer? What would that compare to? Is there one?
So, all right, I would
Like a
say
Blue Moon
that
isn't a Blue Moon like a Belgian wheat?
it's actually a Belgian wit beer
Okay.
that they flavor with orange and coriander. And dare I say, it's an American wit beer, but, sorry, Blue Moon, don't come after me, but,
Blue Moon was the only beer I ever drank in college. That's all I could drink. So.
and which is a good beer. It's a
Yeah.
great beer. Started at Coors Stadium for Rockies, if you're a baseball fan. When people come in and they're like, oh, I drink Hefeweizens. When it has that sort of like body behind it, but it has all these other complexity of flavors without the addition of orange and coriander, is where I go, oh, this Belgian blonde you might like.
Yeah.
Because the yeast created the flavor. So I would say Hefeweizen, but some Hefeweizens get adulterated. Is that the right term?
Is the- I think it's a Hefeweizen, the grapefruit one they have it in Disney at Epcot, maybe.
But they
Pretty
they put grapefruit in it
Yeah.
to yes.
So
But
mash-
these have no fruit additions or anything. It's let the yeast be the yeast,
Yeah.
and turn the wort into what it does.
Then I would say corporate beer. The only thing I really would drink was a Miller Lite, and I only drank it because I was on an airplane going to Disney, and that's all they had.
True.
And they looked at me like I was
True.
crazy because I ordered it at 6 o'clock in the morning. I was like, if it's on the menu, why are you
I mean, if
looking
you're
at
on
me?
vacation, there's no time. I mean, there's
Correct. But they do have bottled water, which is probably. Never mind.
Pretty close.
Sorry.
But you're also at Disney, so it's like $17 for a beer. So,
Yeah. Way to go. Thanks, Disney. Thanks, Disney. Way to go.
but I'm slowly growing my beer palate, I guess.
Yeah.
To
Hey,
enjoy it.
I appreciate you and coming, being a stop on the path here.
It's our first brewery, too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I started some home brewing too.
Oh, tell me about the first batch.
I did a citrus IPA.
Okay.
What's with the hop, the
The
Karma?
Citra hops?
Yeah, Citra. Karma
Okay.
Citra hops. Did one of those. I did a bourbon barrel porter. I put
You went big.
Yeah,
Wow,
I
no
put
that
toast.
was
I
good.
put some toasted coconut in there from Colombia. My wife's Colombian.
Okay. Oh,
Then I have a barley wine right now fermenting.
okay. I usually tell people that, homebrewers is like, look, I want to come in. I want to start something easy. Let's do a Pilsner. I'm like, it's not easy.
Yeah.
really.
Well, they're like, it's just light. It's easy. Just make
You would
nothing.
think it would be.
It would be. It's not.
Yeah.
Because even though it's light in color and, if there's nothing to hide behind.
It's true.
If you make a mistake, which you're going to do,
Yeah, oh yeah.
I tell my son, my 14-year-old, I was like, you're not going to be good at the first thing you do.
Ever.
Your first thing is going to suck, and the second thing is going to suck, but a little less.
You're going to learn.
Like when I put the barley in the pot and it was boiling and I turned away for a minute and it boiled over and went all in the stove and wife
Yeah.
got pissed off because she had to clean it up.
Been there, done that.
She had to clean it up.
I tried to help her, but she was pissed off.
Just let your
Yeah,
just let your Hispanic Colombian. She knows what she's
What you're
doing.
doing.
Just say lo siento, lo siento, lo
That's all I
siento.
did. That's all I did. But they all turned out pretty good
Right.
so
So
far. I mean, it's like 1 gallon, little,
Yeah.
just for fun.
I like it, man. Yeah. So keep going with the hop stuff.
Yeah.
So that way you have a really bold flavor of hops to, if you make a mistake here,
Yeah.
it's still drinkable and do that.
That's like on
Yeah.
my bourbon thing. I had, a little kid. It's like put a handful of little oak cubes, soak them in a bourbon. So I got like 10 handfuls of them instead of just one.
Right.
A little extra.
Little
I threw
extreme.
I threw in the toasted coconut in there just for fun. I was like, if it screws up, I lost $100. I don't care. Like, just try that, but it turned out good.
Well, great.
It's not as good as this.
No.
Absolutely not.
Well, that's how I started as well.
For sure, yeah.
I did. I mean, I'm driving, not driving.
So you were a home brewer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The old adage of, yes, I was homebrewing, but I was walking my son. So I just retired from my previous career. And I'm walking my son at that point, it was like 18 months old, through the mall. I had a Williams and Sonoma gift card. So I was like, all right, whatever. He's napping, sure, whatever. Oh, they have this little beer kit, 1 gallon beer
yeah,
kit
little
there. I was like, oh.
Try it
Done.
out.
Did that, and now here we
There you
are.
go. That's pretty cool.
Here we are.
Big success story.
We're getting there. We're getting
Getting
there.
there.
Hopefully.
I got
Yeah.
mine. It was a Northern Brewery.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They have like little different kits you can do.
Right.
Then they have the next step up 5 gallons.
It's going to happen, sir.
Probably.
It's going to happen.
I might go to moonshine next. I don't know.
All right. Different thing.
But
Make
I
sure you
got-
register your still.
But I got the juice man. He's like, I'll come help you set it up. I'm like,
All right.
that makes me feel
I
better.
kind of want to talk to the juice man now.
That-
after
that's
hearing
more,
that.
that's more like a bomb waiting to go off instead of
Correct. And
cooking your wort on the stove.
right. And at that point, you have a flammable liquid
For sure, yeah.
next to an open flame.
Yeah.
So you better know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's why.
This
I've
never
been
becomes flammable.
Yeah, that's why I've been hesitant. Even when my wort overflowed into the stove, it just shut out the gas, messed up the stove for a minute.
Created a sticky mess.
Yeah, it smelled good.
To a point, and then you got that burnt sort of like.
It never burnt, so it was good.
Okay,
it was
yeah.
it was the barley wine, so I had tons and tons of barley. As soon as
Right.
it started boiling, just
All right, we can help you with that to make sure it doesn't happen again.
I just got to stir it more, not turn away.
Well, you guys are empty, so it feels like we need a refill here. While
I
we go to our
definitely want to try.
sponsors.
We go to our
Yes.
sponsor. We can do a cheers. Get Aaron up here. Our tech hand from back there.
Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah,
You're
get-
working magic
Cheers.
back there. I like it.
Now to our sponsors.
Well, Todd.
Go Tigers. So,
Got me a baby one.
all right,
like that.
that's all right. That's all right. We're all being responsible. It's all good.
Yes.
Matt's gonna sleep on the way home.
I don't know if I will, dude. I'm buying some beer before I leave.
We're supposed to sleep here,
Oh, where?
but his wife's, she's sick at home, so
Oh.
we're driving back to town,
Yeah.
so.
She caught something, so said she's feeling better.
Tell her to come pick us up.
Go take care of her. Go take care of her. Yeah. So.
So, as a brewery, you can also distill legally. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes. As a under the ABC statutes of what we are licensed for as a 200 alcohol manufacturer. Yes, we can.
Is that something
Future.
down the road?
Eventually, yes. Yes, I would. It's
Because you're a bourbon whiskey guy.
I am. I
Okay.
like my brown whiskey.
There you go.
I like
You
my
can tell
brown
by
liquor.
The barrel aged.
Correct. It's an upfront investment.
Yeah.
Understanding the cost, the space needed, the knowledge, the labor force to make sure it happens. Yeah. If we continue, with the help of folks like you, to truly get past our startup phase, I know we're about to turn 6, so
That's impressive.
well, thanks.
Made it through
Especially
COVID.
through COVID, what
Yeah,
we,
I mean, it is.
we talked about. Yeah, that's something. Yes, I would like to, because we're kind of halfway there through the process. We're making the mash.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, we're hopping it and doing, but we can make the alcohol and then concentrate or distill it further.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
You got space to expand? Is there options anywhere
I
around
mean,
here? Or,
downtown Montgomery's got lots of options.
in this building though, would you have to get a different building?
Well, it depends.
Kick the pizza place out?
Hey, we love the pizza place. We love the pizza place. I mean, pizza and beer go great together.
It does go
So,
great.
Yeah.
Get something before we leave on the way home.
And you're
yeah,
a big
exactly.
fan of their pizza, right?
Right, yeah.
Sir.
So pizza and beer go well together. It's more about,
I'm sure y'all help each other too, like, you
Oh,
get
yeah.
some pizza, like, let's go check out this brewery and vice versa.
And they sell Common Bond over there?
they do. I mean, and we don't do food because we're so beer centric here.
Can you bring food in here?
Oh yeah, we're BYOF.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever you need. Whether it's
own
next
fatty.
door with the pizza or whatever you want to Uber Eats it in, go for it.
Bring
That's
your
awesome.
Bring your own fatty.
Yeah. So, but no, but here's the kicker. Even though yes, we share a building, we're separate we're separate businesses. They sell, to answer your question, they sell something. Yeah, they do. But you know what has to happen to the beer?
I'm sure it has to go through processes to get, you can't take it next door, right?
Yeah.
No, there's a wall, just a wall that separates us. The beer has to be made, packaged,
Sent to Alabama
Shipped.
Crown.
sent to Alabama, up in Alabaster, basically Birmingham,
Yeah,
just to come back across the wall.
that's insane.
Isn't that crazy?
And right now, there's empty kegs of Ramber
Yeah.
that I was like, I need those cleans to refill. Like, keep the process going.
Yeah.
But nope, it has to go. Those empty kegs have to go back to Alabaster to come back here so I can clean and refill to do that whole process.
Does not
And
make
you
a
got
bit of sense.
ABC office, you can probably throw a football and hit their office.
Correct. I could do that as well. And I'm, to be honest with you, being the only production brewery in Montgomery, we have built actually good relationships with the ABC people.
Sure.
And I've always started this saying, it's like, look, we're going to be the gold standard. So if you have questions, boom, come down here, look what we're doing. Tell us what we're doing wrong or see what we're doing right. So when you go to these other places, like, hey, this, that's actually been great.
Yeah. Well, you think they would have a loophole so you could sell beer to those guys?
You
Like, I'm
would
sure they
think-
call you, hey, we ran out of Rambler. Sorry, I got 17 cases.
Right.
There needs to be some laws
Yeah, like,
changed
I got,
in
got a
this
whole
state.
cooler full of kegs,
Well,
but I can't sell
And I
them
think
to you.
they realize there needs to be laws.
Well, I think there's a really good middle ground where we can see. It's like, look, let's look at the context of where we are right now in the craft beer, and there has to be a way to change the law that,
Something.
Yes.
yeah, we can do. Like, so we do this beer with the Montgomery biscuits. We love our biscuits.
Yeah.
And we do Crafty Lefty, and man, if they have a homestand and they're like, I need Crafty Lefty.
Yeah, sorry.
And they're like, how much do you have in your cold storage? And I tell them, they're like, yeah, but it has to do this,
Go
to
through
do
the
that,
process,
to do
yeah.
that. There has to be a way that we can do that. And,
Yeah.
and look at the context of small business where we're at. Because they're a small business too. They're an Alabama business.
There should be some, like, I shouldn't be able from Tuscaloosa to call you. I'm up here right now on the podcast. Hey, can I take home 15 kegs? I need it. But if you're right next door, there should be some kind of.
Right, or a couple blocks, yeah. But,
knowledge
and to be
thing or
honest with
something.
you, this is why I love the distributor, is to manage another location like Tuscaloosa or Birmingham or
Sure,
Huntsville.
yeah, absolutely.
I can't do that.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
I can't.
But then
And,
there should be a loophole for the pizza place next door to be able to buy from you.
well,
A little bit of yin
For somebody in
a yin
town,
and
there
a
should
yang
be
of-
some
Yeah.
kind of easiness.
yeah, rather than
Instead
a
of black
loophole,
and-
there has to
black
be,
and white.
there has to be just, there has to be a space in
Something.
the gray area
Yeah.
that we can all still work. and-
Because that increases the cost for everybody when it's got to be shipped back,
Correct. I mean, if
handled
you,
many times.
if you really want to get into it, I mean, like, what's the carbon footprint that that's
Exactly,
causing? Not all that.
exactly, yeah.
What is the wear and tear on our infrastructure to our
Yeah.
highways and bridges?
It makes you want to drink more beer.
Oh, yeah.
But you sell more, so maybe it helps.
So yeah, there's all these things that I feel like we can all come to the table, and you guys have a really great medium. Man, if these questions come up,
Yeah.
I mean, I say dive in, explore,
For sure.
and,
And we do want to make a difference and change some of these art.
Yeah. Archaic laws, for
Yes.
sure.
because you have a retail
Yeah.
perspective at Jalapenos,
Yeah.
right? So I mean, what if you do run out of something that you really want and customers are clamoring for it? I mean, we're just using that.
Yeah. Technically, if you can't buy it at wholesale ABC, you're screwed.
Okay.
Just like we went, before we came here, we were killing time because you had a meeting, we went to ABC,
Right.
see what they had. They have a few tequilas I don't have, but they don't have them at my wholesale store, so I can't buy them.
Okay.
Wholesale ABC and retail is completely different. So I can't go to retail ABC, buy bottles and take it to my store.
And resell it.
Yeah, I have to buy through wholesale.
Correct.
Same price, I just don't pay tax.
I got you. Right.
So what I have to do is call the rep, hey, in Montgomery, I saw X, Y, and Z bottle.
Which is a state employee.
Yeah, can you go pick that up,
Right.
take it to my ABC wholesale so I can buy it?
Which costs more.
Which costs more,
Yeah.
which they don't want to do.
No. Because it's work.
Or if there's something that's not in the state.
But isn't there a beauty of a control state, which what we are, that we know what the price is going to be?
Yeah. That's
And
true
we're
too.
not going to overpay because of
Yeah, yeah,
demand.
yeah, it's true too.
So there
That
is
is
that.
true.
Yeah,
If you can get it.
if you can get it, correct. So there is, yeah, I mean, I'm sorry to, as I'm not trying to bash distributors. They do a great job.
Yeah.
And but there's a way that we can find that sort of middle ground
What's-
between all of
What's
this.
crazy with like liquor distributors, I don't buy from them. I buy from ABC.
Right.
So like if I want to buy a common bond, I'll buy it from Alabama Crown. If I want to buy liquor, it has to be from ABC.
Right.
Even though there's a distributor, I'll call, hey, I need this. They go do all the work. I still buy it from ABC.
Right.
I don't buy it from a distributor, which doesn't really make sense to me.
There has to be a way that we can all come together and sort of find that middle ground
Yeah.
to help all of us local businesses, whether it's on the retail side to the manufacturing side.
Or some stuff like, say if, I don't know, say like this beer, we have it at the restaurant, say it's tequila, we run out of it. It's not at wholesale.
Right.
But I see a bottle at Montgomery ABC, I can't buy it.
But you should be able to.
Yeah, I can't legally buy it.
Right.
I have to, I told you, call the rep. If she can't come to Montgomery, I just have to tell my customer, we're out of it, sorry. But I saw a bottle at ABC. Yeah,
Right.
but I can't buy it because it's not wholesale.
Correct.
There should be some kind of, they're making it better. Like one day a week, I can go to a retail store and buy from my restaurant.
Okay.
That makes it a
And
little.
be able to resell it.
Yeah, so
too.
it makes it a
Right.
little better.
Okay. Well, all right.
They're working on it. They're trying
Okay.
to change stuff.
Well, then, hey, what we're talking about is just, I'm glad they're doing that.
Yes.
But
Let's
they
keep
need-
it
I
moving.
think they need more feedback from consumers like myself.
Right.
Hey,
I think you need restaurant associations,
Yeah.
brewer associations.
Right.
To,
how are we doing this stuff?
yeah.
Because,
to,
I mean,
to line some pockets.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, we should go right now to ABC.
we're all trying to make money. We're all trying to feed our families.
Yeah.
We are, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with this. There's no sin in that.
Yeah.
But let's look at the context of where we all are right now and understand. It's like, oh, there's not trying to. There's a way that we can all still do well
Yeah,
for
sure.
our families with that. That's all I'm asking. Because yeah, I would love to sell directly to you, and we would make better margins and all
sure,
that stuff.
Yes.
There's a way to do that, but
But
there's
then you also have infrastructure like to drive it to Tuscaloosa and all that.
which I do not have.
Which you said the distributor helps you.
Yeah, but if there's someone across a wall,
Yeah,
Sure.
Yes.
there needs to be some, that's the gray area, I guess.
correct, and we just need to sit and talk.
We could carry kegs over there right now for you and sell them straight to them, but
Correct.
we can't do that.
So that's all. Can we all sit and have that common bond conversation over
That's-
that?
Yes.
Correct. That's
Exactly.
That's what I'm asking.
That's where it
That's
starts.
what I'm asking. And you
Instead
guys have
of
a great platform to maybe
We'll send this to Montgomery. We're in Montgomery.
keep that
I'll send
conversation.
it to ABC.
Yeah.
We'll cut
That's
out this
fine.
little clip and like send it to Gilbo.
That's what like I said, we love ABC. Like I said, we're hopefully their gold standard,
Oh,
being
no.
right down the road.
Look at the color of that.
That's
beer.
beautiful.
I told you the story behind that.
I mean, that really is.
We want an amber sort of fat tire, but with this other complexity of rye flavor to it.
It's really good.
It does have a great flavor.
All right, well, all right. Since we're talking about that, and you ordered that, and
Yes.
you've already said, is there anything?
Yeah.
Now, this won't be out for distribution, but the meeting before here was with a local cigar shop.
Okay.
Okay. As you saw, he dropped off some cigar samples to me. And it's coming down to, so we're doing this collaboration with them on the small batch limited thing, is we're going to do a cigar for you Bama fans
What? Look,
on the third, all right, tell me if this rings a bell. On the third Saturday in October,
it does ring a bell. It's a lot of cigar smoking going on.
Going on.
especially for you folks,
Yes,
which
sir.
I appreciate because I'm as my graduate school. We don't like that color orange very much. But we'll be doing with that cigar shop a sort of collaborate. We are going back with an imperial stout or an imperial ramber, aged on the Spanish red cedar sheets that you get in a cigar box.
Oh, wow.
So.
Is that going to be just for his cigar stores or?
Well,
I
no,
mean, so that's
he's going to bring a pop-up cigar shop here.
Okay.
So
Very
we're
cool.
still trying to figure out, do you want to do it on Friday before
Yeah.
the game, or do you want to do it Saturday to watch the game and then
Yeah.
hopefully light up
Yeah.
when you win the game,
Yeah.
which I still think you guys should, but,
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
we got a new
But-
coach, so it's,
well, all right,
Transition
well, all right,
good.
well, how about this? What do you think about him?
I like him. So far, I like him.
Yeah.
All right,
I think he's going to be great. I mean,
and all the talk about him being the next Harson?
I don't know.
you never know. That's the beauty of it.
I mean, they gave him the
If
Pacific
you can't
Northwest.
recruit at Alabama, I mean, where can you? I mean, seriously.
Okay,
Just the history.
true.
And not just Saban, but Bear Bryant.
But I think he can recruit.
Okay, but all right, let's talk about the people in the middle
Yeah.
that they had trouble.
Yeah.
Dubose and
I was
Mike
in
Price
school
and
when all that happened.
Shula.
So that's what my daughter's boyfriend, like, we lose one game, he loses his mind. I'm like, bro, you didn't go Shula, Dubose. Like, I didn't even
Yeah.
go to games in college. I didn't even care. It was a different atmosphere.
But my kids under Saban,
They're
when we
spoiled.
lose, I mean, they like cry.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't cry.
I love the
You
fact that
cried
they
one time.
care.
I saw you
though.
cry
I
one-
do.
I saw you cry one time.
I had something.
Anyway, yeah, it's,
It might have been that Clemson loss we had.
Might have been.
first or second?
Both of them.
Yeah, both of them. and I love Dabo, and Dabo is a great coach. Has he lost his fire? I feel like Saban lost some of his fire the last year.
I don't know. It's just, I think it's the whole changing of the NIL. And
It
all that
makes,
stuff.
yeah,
It makes it
he just
a lot
got frustrated, yeah.
Sure, and we can speculate on that. And I hope, Goat, Nick Saban, you see this, and we can talk about this.
We're trying to get him on
Beer.
the show. We're trying to get him on the show.
But we're not faulting you. We're not faulting you.
Yeah.
It's an atmosphere.
For whatever reason it is, if it is that reason that it is hard to keep up with it, I can't fathom what you, help us change it. Because us fans
Yes.
still love, we will support whatever is on the front of the jersey forever.
absolutely. I mean, it's really no different than we were talking about with distribution with ABC. If they started saying that you can sell at the pizza place, but you got to spend, $300,000 with them, then you can buy straight from them. Like, that's almost like NIL. It is like,
Yeah.
hey, pay some money, then you get stuff happening. Like,
All right,
that would
well,
make it hard for
So
you.
what do you think about the ACC? You think it's any teams are going to?
I mean,
Leave?
do you want to get deep dive into
I
this?
would
Because once
like
again,
to.
I played at Clemson.
Okay.
So,
What position?
Wide receiver, slot back wide receiver.
That's our second wide receiver on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, who?
Dre River founder, John. He played at
At
Auburn.
Auburn, yeah.
Oh, really?
Wide
Yeah.
receiver, yeah.
Was he an outside guy or an inside guy like me?
No
slot
idea.
back.
No idea. We'll
That's
find
very
out.
technical. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the guy that's like, look,
Google it.
it's 3rd and 4. I will get you 6 yards, and I'll take it across the middle and get smacked and get a
And
concussion.
to play for what year?
97, 98.
John was around that time, I think.
Yeah.
Did y'all
So,
play Auburn, didn't you? look
in
it
the
up.
Peach Bowl.
Really?
Yeah. So
I'm gonna
Tommy
look it up
West
while
was
y'all
my
talk.
coach. Yes. Tommy, that goes way back.
Yeah.
It went Tommy West, could have stayed for my 5th year when Tommy Bowden took over. Decided, as a kid, I was like, oh, I'm going to go make money in the world. Whatever. I'm tired of this, having to deal with practice in school. And this is like a dumb kid would.
You're right.
And so went out. But then Tommy Bowden was our next coach. And then after Bowden was Dabo.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm 2 coaches removed from my playing days. But
2009. That's when he played.
oh, so yes, gosh darn it, I'm way older than him. Sorry, yeah, I graduated '98.
It just says wide receiver, so I don't know.
So yeah, I was I was a walk-on scout team guy.
86.
Really?
Yep.
That's him, man. Old John.
It's impressive.
So
That is cool, though. Like, they had a
well, hell,
Auburn
we
wide-
need to talk and do something.
Auburn wide receiver at Dread River and Andrew here in Clemson. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, the funny thing is, so '98 we went 3-8. There's 2 funny stories about that year, '98. One was there was a freshman quarterback. So our first game we played Furman at home. We crushed them. Yeah, that's fine. Second game was against Virginia Tech at home. At home. Now they were in the Big East at that time.
Yeah.
And they had this stupid left-hand quarterback freshman. No one knew who the heck he was. Well, after that game, which we got crushed at home, my senior year, was Michael Vick's coronation.
Michael Vick. He was something else.
And I'm sitting on the sidelines, being like, who is this? Who is it? Oh,
Yeah.
hey,
He was something else.
Yeah.
Oh, my
You're gonna be a
Lord.
freshman and play and start.
And then he
impressive.
crushed it. You can look it up, yeah. Like, he schooled us
Like
as a
bad?
freshman in Death Valley.
What was the score?
Oh, I don't know.
He was something else, for sure.
Yeah. So that led eventually, we won. So we won Furman, we won Maryland, which was senior day. And then we beat South Carolina at the last, but we were
That's a good game to win.
3-8. Yeah. When people ask me, it's like, what's your sports? Because there's other sports stories I can talk to you about. Running down the hill at like 6:30, when everyone's been drinking, you got 88,000 people screaming, is probably the best sports memory that I have in my life. There's nothing like, it's deafening.
Clemson's a really cool
Is that
city.
like the entrance hill? Do you
So
see-
when
do you
we-
see-
when
you see
we
that- you
run
see
down the
Dabo,
hill-
like just haul ass down?
Correct.
Okay.
So there's a hill, yeah. And so that was my 3rd time running down the hill, because as a walk-on, you don't always get to dress out.
Yeah.
So, there's a thing. If you guys look at the Clemson Hill, it drops down where the rock is, where you rub the
Yeah.
rock to give 110%, or don't keep your dirty hands off my rock. But then it goes to the student section. It sort of levels off, and then it goes down. Right. Well, when they tell the newbies, it's like, hey, first, don't fall, which people do,
Yeah.
because you're running.
Full sprint. Yeah.
Correct. Then after you've done it, it's like, hey, when it levels off before it goes down back to the field, just jump. Just jump as it the level off.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
So
not a big level off, just a little.
No, yeah, you're
little
talking
spot.
about 5 yards where
Yeah.
it sort of just like levels and then goes back down. You're so amped up, especially for the South Carolina game at night, the Palmetto Bowl. It's just it's crazy, and my friends, were there, and they're like slapping me on the paw on the side, and everything's like amped up, and I'm there, and so it was my 3rd time running down. I hit it just at the right point before it starts going down again. So you just jump like normal, like, yeah. Next thing you know, you got all this adrenaline juice and this and that, and you look down and you're like, yeah, this is great. Oh, there's people, like, I'm like 4 or 5, my feet are like 4 or 5 like feet above
The hill.
their heads.
Yeah.
And you just start going, yeah, okay, oh my gosh. And then luckily I just like landed and like kept going and running. But
Nice.
because as it goes down, if you hit it right, you're like flying.
I would have snapped my ankles
It's-
probably.
it's-
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so that was definitely probably my best But yeah, so that's why I'm such a Clemson fan.
I get that.
Actually putting the
Yes.
paw on the side of the helmet and earn it is, but hopefully you see as a college football fan, I can respect
Yeah.
greatness.
That's why I was saying respect to you for, that's cool. Like, that's your story. You played for them. Like, can't fault you for that.
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
Clemson's
That's
got
cool.
a pretty rich history
Yeah.
since Davo's been, I mean,
He is, yeah.
yeah.
But
A lot richer than most schools.
correct, that's why when people say we had a down year this year,
Yeah.
which by the way, if you guys want to come and watch college football here, trust me, you're going to get the gamut of Clemson, Alabama, Auburn,
I'm sure.
everything. We're going to talk about it
Yeah.
while drinking beers like crazy, but I don't count that as a down year. You go 3-8 and get your coach fired.
Yeah. That's a down year.
Correct.
Shula's a down year. Dubose, Franchoni, down decade, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. It was rough.
So,
We lost one game.
Was it
It's
Francione
taken-
that never coached a game?
That was Mike
That was
Price.
Mike Price. Yeah, sorry.
He hit one
But
strip club in
Franchoni-
Florida too many.
Yeah, Franchoni is just as bad though.
Right. So,
Like,
But he did good.
decent. But like Saban
His
loses,
first year, I
Saban
think.
loses one game and he lost his edge.
It is. You lose 2 games and it's a down year.
okay, all right, not even lose a game. Let's talk about the UCF or USF game.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm watching that game. I'm like, oh my God, I can hear, not literally, but everyone just bashing him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But what he did to the quarterback there,
Yeah.
I'm like, yep. And then, dare I say, they should have seen that with what Jalen Hurts did.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
When he was pulled and this and that,
Yeah.
and Tua did great and that
Yeah.
too. But then when he came back and won the SEC championship,
Yeah.
let the man coach.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
Then was almost a finalist for the Heisman.
Correct.
And was he fifth or sixth? Like, really? Like, he knows what he's doing.
Let the man coach.
And look at the quarterbacks in the NFL. I mean, look at the players in the NFL that he's put there. I mean, it's crazy.
So, but then going to the point where we're speculating he was tired of how the changes have come.
Yeah.
And dare I say, as an old school guy, rightfully so.
Yeah.
And we need to fix some of that stuff. But the players, yeah, whatever. We're just in a new age. Change.
Change.
We're not
And
being,
what is he,
we're
70
not
years
being,
old?
We're not being a wet diaper baby.
Yeah.
Right.
You got to roll with it.
Can you imagine change at 70 years old?
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Screw that.
But he can still
Yeah.
be, yeah, sorry.
Hopefully he'll be influential in, like you said, making some changes.
I hope so too, because college football is better with him.
Yeah.
For sure.
Even with me rooting against him,
Yeah.
college
You
football is
still-
better with him.
Yeah. You still recognize, like I said, the greatness that stuff he's done for it. And a lot of other coaches too, but
Do y'all really hate Nick Saban?
No.
As an Alabama fan, I don't even understand
All right, great
somebody
question.
else.
Great question.
So,
I hate that he does it right so well.
yeah. You respect him.
No, but I hate that he does it right. Like I use his talks to help parent my son.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's like, look, what he's saying is as a life lesson.
Yeah. There's this,
What I hate is that he beats us. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. The sportsmanship of it.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's why I feel bad. Like a lot of people came in and after he retired, and they were like, "Oh, aren't you happy?" I'm like, "I am, to a point."
Right.
But I respected him so much that he did it the right way.
Yeah.
You're never going to get people that, not never, they're far and few, the people that do it the right way. To the
Yeah.
point where I can show his post-game talk and show my son, like, this is what I'm trying to teach you in this life moment.
Just like they say, like he retired. He said he had 2 speeches: retirement and I'm staying. He said he was sitting in his office, called his wife. She's like, "Whatever you choose, I support you."
Which, once again,
So-
another phenomenal person.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. So he retired, and the next day he showed back up to work to go talk to the players. They're like, he didn't know how to retire. Like he's still trying to work,
No, he's trying to do.
but he cares.
He's doing the right thing.
He's trying to make the
He's not like, "Hey, screw you guys, I'm
change,
out."
yeah.
So this sort of revolves back to my question: is he going to be Harsin, which the Auburn fans dealt with?
Yeah,
yeah.
Pacific Northwest doesn't really have ties. What happened was, I think the difference is Saban is still a part of the process. He still has the relationships with high school coaches in Alabama,
Yeah.
throughout the Southeast.
he's got an office above the stadium now.
Correct.
So,
And not that
that helps.
he's overseeing,
yeah, but he's a part of it.
but he is like a resource that Harsin didn't have.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
Malzahn was just fired, gone, whatever. So,
If you're a high school recruit,
Mm-hmm.
a guy going in, and you get to go in there and talk to him,
yeah, look
That's
at Mr.
gotta be-
Alabama football.
that's
From
got to be.
Saraland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He committed, decommitted, and now recommitted. That tells me it's because he is not going to be. Because I said that when he retires, he's the next Harsin as well.
Yeah.
And Harsin couldn't find those relationships to get the
Yeah.
recruits. No, the fact that Saban is still part of the program, I think Alabama's going to. I mean, there's always this. There's
yeah, for
the
sure,
up and down. I don't know where they're going to fall next year. It's going to be tougher with Texas and Oklahoma.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Georgia. We got Georgia at home.
Yeah, Georgia at
Yeah,
home,
Georgia at
correct. And how that plays out, I don't. Yes,
But if he comes in there and just dominates, then he's going to be setting the bar
but
super high, too.
correct. Well, let's see what Kalen does. Then.
Yeah.
I think he'll do good. I'm optimistic. He did awesome at Washington, so.
He did. I mean, he was in the national championship. There was only 2 coaches there.
Right,
One
but
of them
he-
left for
he-
the
he-
NFL. He's the only one left
He
in
took a
college.
quarterback that he coached at Indiana, right? So there was a lot of relationship with
Oh, yeah.
that. So, all right, fine. Here, to go on the record ish, we all know what the schedule is.
Yeah.
What do you think that Alabama? Give me their W's and L's next year.
I don't know W's and L's, but I'll say we win SEC and we compete for the national championship.
Wow. Okay.
That's my, what is it?
Even with
February 6th. That's my
Yeah.
prediction.
all right, even with Ole Miss.
Almost tough. I like Kiffin.
I do like
I'm a big
yeah.
Kiffin. I like him because he's a cocksucker, but. He is.
I feel like that's a whole. I mean, we can
is.
dive into that, but
That's why I
okay.
like him. He is.
Fine. All right. I like Kiffin as well as how
I do too.
he's transformed the program.
If we lose one game next year, I think that'll be a lot.
Georgia.
I think we beat Georgia at home.
Okay. Okay.
And we don't play Texas. Texas right now has our number.
It'll be a fun year.
We do play Oklahoma there.
Okay.
So I see
Brett-
one loss.
Brent Venables, Clemson defense coordinator.
Yeah.
I mean, now they didn't have as promising a season. So okay. How
What about
this?
Clemson?
Hey,
What's
to
your
to reiterate my Kiffin comment, he was posting pictures from different airports while our coaching search was going. So on Twitter, he
Because
posted
he's
a
a-
picture from the Oxford airport. Like, I'm getting on an airplane. Everybody's like, "Oh crap!" Like he's coming out. He's from Tuscaloosa.
He burned too many bridges.
Oh yeah, but he was
Right.
trolling people, which I love.
Oh yeah,
Right,
I
but
do
he
like
loves
that,
that
too.
drama.
He does.
Well-
He's the Elon of college football.
I love Elon, you know that. So.
But he trolls people.
We don't
He
need that all
tries
the
to.
time. We don't need that.
I
Like
love
sometimes
it,
give me a little bit of look. Yeah. So
Yeah.
But as far as Clemson, I mean, I can tell you right out of the gate, we got Georgia.
Really?
Yes.
The
In
first game.
yes.
Oh wow.
In Atlanta.
In Atlanta?
Oh yeah. Chick-fil-A bowl.
You going?
No, I haven't been to a Clemson game in. Jeez. Last one was a Florida State game.
Which was probably good.
It was a close game, but yeah, I went to the Florida State game. It's been, gosh, 6 years. Now my roommate, who has season tickets, he always asks me, but yeah, I just haven't been. No.
One loss? No loss?
Wait, what?
Y'all can beat Georgia.
It's going to be tough in the Mercedes
Yeah.
Dome.
Yeah, because that's basically a home game for them.
Yeah, well, and they're still stacked. I mean,
They are. They
sorry,
are.
the quarterback's name, he's good.
Yeah.
They lost to Alabama.
Beck.
It's true. I was
I know they're losing McCaffrey, they're losing Bowers, but they've got ETN from Florida. It's going to be tough. And with Clemson, we are. Look, I still believe in Cade Klubnik, our starter. He needs to show a lot more progress, but it's going to be tough. Look, I hope for it. I hope it was like the last time they played in the first game of the season, where it came down to a defensive touchdown that won the game.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, there's a lot of work, and hey, Tigers, let's go to work now. Go to work now
February.
to beat Georgia. Because this is when it's won.
Oh, yeah.
It's won now.
You win that first game, it's,
So you're in the weight room now. You don't want to do that last squat now.
We'll send this to Dabo.
Please do.
Matt probably has his number.
But right now, this is how you win the Georgia
We'll
game.
tag him.
Right now, it's in the. To quote,
it is.
It's in the details. It's in the process
It is.
right now.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So, from a beer maker that used to play or be in your position, let's go.
They should hire you to
like
come
it.
back.
To beat Georgia, it's right now. Let's do it. I'm there for you. Let's go. The result will take care of itself. You take care of the process right now.
We got a free round if y'all win here at the.
Oh, I like this.
I mean, we need to do it.
No, I like this. Yes, heck yeah. If Clemson, all right, you got this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Come to Common Bond. Let's
I
go.
like that.
There's a round on the house. We beat Georgia. First game of the season.
I like it.
For the players or anybody?
Anybody.
Okay, you just got to make sure.
You here? You here? You get free round.
There you go.
Because I'll be here.
I like that.
If that shows you how committed I am to the Paul.
That is. That is.
Damn it, now we got to root for Clemson.
For that game, you want them to beat
will.
Georgia.
I do want them
sure.
to.
Correct.
I would like Georgia to be undefeated coming into Tuscaloosa too, though.
All right, see.
We got a little conundrum there.
But now we're also going to this other point, which I think needs to happen as far as college football. Look, I understand quality win.
Yeah.
Georgia is undefeated. They come in. You guys, yeah.
Feels better.
But if we have this Power 5 or however we want to do it, say there's 50 teams that are in the top tier. I'm going off of, this is where I'm going, so I'm not throwing any side.
Yeah.
Let me use your restroom. Listen.
We are going to a promotion relegation system. Okay? So, another thing I love is Troy. Troy football is phenomenal.
Yes.
They've won the
Yes.
Sun Belt, okay, twice. They deserve a chance to be
Yes.
with us,
Yes.
to be with the big boys. And they've earned their way where, I'm not trying to throw any names, but some other that loves to have the paycheck of the SEC probably need to earn their way back.
Right.
So let Troy, maybe UAB, do that.
That would be great. I
So
mean,
he-
the
so here
12
we
team
are,
system's
Nick.
going to be great.
So since we're talking Nick, you're going to be the, commissioner, college football. Let's do the promotion relegation system
Yep.
where you have your Power Fives, but bottom 3, bottom 5, they have to move up and down.
Yeah.
They want the money, you got to earn it.
I like that. I like that.
Sorry. We talk about distributors, we talk about beers, we talk about college football. Hey,
All right. We're going to bring it
Common
back
Bond.
to Common Bond because you've spent a lot of time with us, and I appreciate you taking
No
the
worries.
time out of your day to do
Yeah,
this.
thank you. You're welcome.
So, for people that don't like beer, what is your Common Bond gateway beer?
Well, I'll tell you right now. It's. I always lead with this, and it is a bit of a joke. It's like, oh, you haven't met the right beer yet. But our lineup, hopefully, when you walk in the door, there's something for you. So, then I asked them, I was like, all right, do you want something light and crisp and easy? And we have, our Zelda Blonde. We have our Pilsner that are simple. All right, do you want something fruity? Well, not only do we have our sours that have the fruit, but we also have like our Crafty Lefty, which is a shandy. It's almost like a lemonade beer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's ways to take your path. So, and for those folks that like, well, yeah, I like bourbons. Well, guess what? We have dark and rich and roasty and, char
You do,
and stuff.
yeah.
Right. So the thing with the Common Bond is, from the brewer's aspect, is like, look, you're coming in to share a Common Bond. There should be a beer that, even though you're not a beer drinker or you haven't found the right beer yet, that you can sit there that we have. We have something for every palate. So,
Yeah. Have you had a beer yet that you didn't like here?
Not here. No.
Honest.
No.
well, thank you. Not a shame. I appreciate that. Yeah, but that's all we're trying to do. Is we're trying to just be a brewery that not only Montgomery, but Alabama's proud of, but
Sure.
you can find something here that you like.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Beautiful atmosphere, beautiful place.
It is.
Sure, we get some college football on the TVs. and
sorry,
all
we-
of it, like, it's probably amazing.
We're going to get some Chamber of Tuscaloosa over here to
Okay.
Tomorrow.
experience it. Yeah.
Yeah, bring it on down. Let's go. Once again, I apologize if we talk about too much college football, as you see.
We're in the South.
It went off the rails, and I just
It happens.
Let it keep going.
There you go.
That's the best shows, though.
It is. It is.
It's not corporate. It just goes everywhere.
It does.
Appreciate it. So,
I appreciate you having us.
Definitely.
hey, appreciate it. Cheers. You need a, yeah.
A little bit.
Now I'm about to buy